The Reds have released Dietrich on Monday. As part of his contract, he had the option to exercise his release, which he did just that. Understandably so, as a utility man in a shortened season where the Reds appear to have more than enough outfielders as it is, where he won't be replacing any of those. And then, that just leaves him with the, the shortstop, the infield positions where he can be the utility guy for when needed. But it becomes a season when it's 60 games. You start to think it feels more like a sprint where you're going to have less guys with days off because you're not playing 162, you're playing 60. You want to win as many games as possible. And you throw on his 187 batting average last season where he would go on to bat 071 in the second half of the year, only having one home run after dinging 18 in the first half. All in all, you put all of it together, it makes sense. It makes sense for him to kind of want to pursue another opportunity if there is one here, because maybe there's just not much of a crack here for Dietrich. There really isn't much of a crack here for Dietrich to kind of work his way into a starting position. Maybe that's his ultimate goal here. I really do respect his decision from that standpoint, but we have to talk about it. It's not very often we see a man put up the second half numbers that Dietz did, but then have his exit followed up by such a positive response from the Reds faithful for what he did for this team, this fan base, for the short time he was here. And we talked about this the other day with Trevor Bauer. Baseball needs more of these, players who exonerate personality and joy for the game. Dietrich was just that on the field, a guy always trying to have fun, enjoying the moment. And personally, as a fan, it was something I love to see. Opposing teams, maybe not so much, as Dietrich would accumulate 25 hit by pitches last season. And I gotta say it, a little bit off base here, but there has to come a point here pretty soon where the whole celebrating, having fun, whatever, during games in baseball, having a personality, talking a little bit more, whatever's got to be done, starts to become more of an everyday thing in baseball, doesn't it? Because this man batted a $187, had a .328 on base percentage, and he only walked 3 times all season. Think about that. This man had a 300 plus on base percentage, batting a $187, 3 walks. The rest were hit by pitches. That's a favor. I'll take a guy that wants to celebrate all day if he's going to get 25 free passes. This is a guy that only had 300 plate appearances all season. I'll take the 25 free passes all day. You guys go out and celebrate all you want. One of those things, eventually you would think a team starts to get disciplined and say, you know what? They want to celebrate, that's fine. We're not going to hit them and give them the free pass, but we're going to celebrate. We'll take the free pass every time of the week. It's an interesting, I guess, subject, you would say. At some point, do you start to see that turn where it's worth it more to not hit these guys, to not cause a ruckus, because you're helping them win games at some point. Dietrich, though, nonetheless, nothing but the best wishes for this guy and the best of luck to wherever he ends up in his journey next year in baseball.